Coming to the plate for the South Sevier Rams as they will start things off with Cannon Marnie, Peyton Ingram, and Biggs Northrup. If they get to the fourth batter, the cleanup hitter is Kenyon Okerlund. Cash Kabonic on the mound for Kanab. Working out of the stretch, first pitch to Barney. Right down the middle, strike one.
Cannon came into the day hitting 346. Home run, 20 runs driven in. And I will reiterate, these were the start of the day.
There's the 0-1 pitch. That one's going to drop off low for ball one. And as you said, Willie, earlier, that we were down there when Coach Baker told Cannon, make him throw you at least two before you look at swinging.
Well, that a couple things, too. They want to get their pitch, but also drive up the pitch count. They know that they're a lot better situation pitching-wise than what Kanab is, maybe.
Which is rare for the team coming in on the one-loss bracket. 2-1 count as Kabonic misses low to Barney. Here's the 2-1 delivery. That one's on the outside edge, strike two and a 2-2 count.
Well, he's seen his two strikes now. Let's see what Cannon can do with the baseball.
Barney stands back into the right side. Kabonic continues to work from the stretch. The 2-2 delivery. Breaking ball, misses high and away. Ball three and a full count.
That pitch right there, to me, is going to be the key for Kanab and for Kabonic. If he can get that curveball working really good, that's what's going to help keep these hitters off balance.
Yeah, but he can get that over and down. He's going to be tough.
Payoff pitch low and away for ball four, and Barney draws the leadoff base on balls to a cheer from the South Sevier crowd.
Well, Cash Kabonic came in with a 4.50 ERA, only 4 2/3 innings of work, 11 strikeouts, and 6 base on balls, so he does have a little tendency to walk some people.
That'll bring Peyton Ingram to the plate. Cannon Roscoe behind the plate for Kanab, pointing down to first.
443 hitter.
First pitch swinging. He'll foul that one off to the right side of the play for strike one.
10 stolen bases for Cannon Barney.
Ingram's done a really good job so far in this tournament, taking the pitch on the outside part of the plate and going with it into right field.
So an 0-1 count. Barney about a two-step lead at first. Kabonic out of the stretch. 0-1 pitch. Misses inside for ball one. Pretty good spot, though, from Kabonic.
You betcha.
Didn't miss by much right there.
A little bigger lead now by Barney, half a step or so. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swung on, pops this one up. Now we'll get back out of play for strike two and a 1-2 count.
Hit over there in the air where Justin Okerlund's been catching baseball, just got over the fence.
This is going to give us another opportunity in Kabonic to see his curveball more than likely right here, see if he can get that in for a strike.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. There's that breaking ball, misses up for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Ingram. Runner on first for South Sevier here in the top of the first inning of the 2A state championship. For South Sevier, they hope it's game one. For Kanab, they hope it's the only state championship game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Ingram will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. First strike out of the game for Cash Kabonic.
That's huge for Kabonic because it gets him a little confidence after you give up that leadoff walk to come back and get a strikeout against a really good hitter in Peyton Ingram.
Brings Biggs Northrup to the plate for the Rams.
Biggs came into the day hitting 407. 3 home runs.
First pitch he sees, swung on, line drive into the left center field gap. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Barney rounds second, on his way to third. Anderson can't pick it up. Barney's going to come to score. Northrup's on his way to third, and he will slide in safely. South Sevier strikes first, 1-0 Rams, and a standing ovation from the South Sevier crowd.
Yeah, good job of hitting there. Biggs Northup, he's been hot. Like you say, Cooper Anderson couldn't find the handle on that baseball out there.
Yeah, that ball was just ripped, though, on a line out there to left center field. And good job, though, Kabonic backing up third. That ball may have got away and allowed Biggs to come in from third and score, but Kabonic doing what he needs to do and backing up that throw.
That was a great catch on the backup, too.
Yeah.
Throw wasn't where he was expecting it to be. As Kenyon Okerlund comes to the plate now for South Sevier, he watches ball one go by inside. Runner on third now, 1-0 South Sevier here in the top of the first inning. Kabonic out of the stretch. Ground ball to the left side, through the 5-6 hole for a base hit, and Okerlund delivers the RBI single for South Sevier. 2-0.
There it is, just picking up where they left off last ball game.
I was getting ready to say after Ingram struck out that South Sevier did not strike out against Beaver in the first game of the day. So for Kabonic to get that first inning strikeout might spell good things, but then back-to-back big hits for the Rams.
Yeah, and you're right. That's one thing they don't do is strike out. They put the ball in play, and doesn't matter the outs, 0, 1, or 2, they'll get it done.
Cameron Hesse stands in on the right side now for the Rams. First pitch in there for a called strike one.
Cameron, a .438 hitter coming into the day. A home run, 28 runs driven in.
You've seen that pitch right there, too. Kabonic obviously not rattled, comes back, first pitch strike.
Next one about 6 feet in front of home plate. Throw down to second is not in time as Okerlund will slide in safely, and the ball actually hit Hesse on the bounce, so it's a hit by pitch.
So Cameron Hesse will take first.
Kabonic was asking the umpire, and that's what he explained to him. Hey, it doesn't matter. If it bounces and hits him, it's still a hit by pitch.
Coach Brinkerhoff is out of the dugout for Kanab here in the first inning with 1 out, 2 on, and 2 runs across for South Sevier.
Coach Baker down there cheerleading, trying to get the crowd into this thing. I don't blame him. You can stand a little friendly chatter behind you.
Well, and that's what really carried South Sevier in my mind is just the energy in that dugout. He talked about it in the pregame. They're just a little bit different team right now than they have been. Got a lot of life over there in that first base dugout.
South Sevier softball team also playing in the state championship. Beaver was able to knock off Duchesne in the semifinal and last semifinal. Had to come back and beat Duchesne after Duchesne had a big comeback on them. And so that game is just about to get underway down in Spanish Fork. We'll keep you up to date on that one now as Coach Brinkerhoff heads back to the dugout. Jagger Red stands on the right side.
Jagger came into the day with a .307 average.
Kabonic working out of the stretch. First pitch to Red. That'll be in the dirt for ball one.
Jagger's one of those, I think, if you were to ask Coach Baker, hey, who do you want to see step up, especially prior to going into today, would be him. He got a big hit yesterday, but we saw 2 big hits earlier today, really got him going.
Yeah. 1-0 pitch. Stays low for ball 2 and a hitter's count now for Red.
Well, they've got more runs now already than they got at Kabonic the whole game last trip.
Next one misses up and in for ball 3 and a 3-0 count now to Jagger Red. And then they got last Saturday against Kanab. Just the 1 run last week.
That was a gem by Walker Baird.
Here's the 3-0. Caught the outside edge for a called strike 1 and a 3-1 hitters count now for Jagger Red. Canyon Okerlund at second. Cameron Hesse at first for South Sevier with 1 out in the inning. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Misses low for ball 4, and that'll load the bases for maybe the hottest bat in the lineup for South Sevier and Brace Brindley.
3 freebies already given up by Cash Kabonic, hit by pitch, 2 base on balls.
Well, and it was Coach Brinkerhoff. He pointed it out to you as you interviewed him. Brace Brindley, he's recognized it too, so definitely not who they want to see coming to the plate with loaded bases.
And they have sent somebody down to the bullpen, has Kanab. It looks like that is Logan Vader down to the bullpen for the Cowboys.
Yep.
First inning, bases loaded, 1 out, 2-0 South Sevier.
Number 14 heading down.
Kabonic comes set from the stretch. First pitch to Brindley. Misses outside, ball 1.
The last thing about the approach Brace Brindley today, he ain't been trying to do too much with it. He just been hitting the ball where it's pitched.
When you get in this environment, you might be swinging at that first pitch, trying to do too much with it, but good eye to let that one go outside. Good patience. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, that's definitely been the difference in the South Sevier team that we've seen this year, especially in this state tournament over teams maybe the last couple of years, is the patience and the discipline at the plate's been much better.
Bases loaded, the 1-1. Swung on, fly ball into right field. Drifting it back, now coming in is Ramsey. He'll make the catch, tagging. The throw home is not in time as Okerlund comes in to score on the RBI fly out by Brace Brindley. 3-0 South Sevier.
That's all you needed him to do right there. His job is at least get that runner from third in. He hits a nice fly ball to right field, deep enough to score the runner.
2 outs now in the inning, still 2 on for the Rams with Riker Freeman, the 8th batter of the inning, coming to the plate. Freeman hits from the left side.
Came in hitting .313. He's hit the ball all over the ball field the last 2 days.
First pitch breaking ball, misses up for ball 1.
Yeah, Freeman's hit some balls pretty good. Just Big field right here. Outfielders been able to run some of them down.
Hesse at second, Red at first. Freeman at the plate. The 1-0 from Kabonic. Fastball misses low for ball 2 and a hitter's count for Freeman.
Yeah, Coach Baker right here is probably telling him, hey, you get your pitch, unload on it.
So runners take their lead, nobody being held on. The 2-0. Misses up for ball 3 and a 3-0 count to Freeman.
Well, you got the 9-hitter behind you. You got 2 outs. You know, you take a chance of letting him get a hold of one, or maybe play it cautious, put him on and hit the number 9 hitter.
The 3-0 to Freeman. Oh, automatic. Strike 1 to the top of the zone. 3-1 count.
Lefty-lefty matchup right here, too. Kabonic wants to get Freeman because he doesn't want to get Blake up and then right back to the top of the order.
3-1 pitch. That'll miss low for ball 4, and that will load the bases again for Sal Sevier as Hesse moves to third, Red to second, and Riker Freeman will be at first with Houston Blake coming to the plate.
Third base on balls already for Cash Kabonic. And we still are at the top of the first inning. Finds himself down 3, and they haven't even batted yet.
Houston Blake in on the right side. Bases loaded. Nobody holding on the runners as Kabonic comes set from the stretch.
Blake a 246 hitter.
First pitch misses up, ball 1. So Sal Sevier hits through the order in the first inning of the state championship. They've got 3 across, bases loaded here.
And he's the smallest target on the field, too. At least on the Sal Sevier side.
1-0 pitch. That one's down the middle for a called strike 1.
Yeah, Kabonic's just got to make sure he takes a deep breath in between pitches and focus on playing catch with Verosco back there.
Yeah, 81 degrees at the start of the game.
1-1 pitch misses low and in. Good stop by Verosco, and he came up ready to throw down to third if needed.
Yeah, Verosco good defensively. Got a good arm.
When you mentioned just a sophomore, he's more like a senior back there. He does a really good job.
2-1 count to Blake. A pitch from Kabonic. Misses high and away for ball 3, and Houston Blake trying to get his teammates and crowd into it with a 3-1 count.
Yeah, and he's trying to fire it up like you said, and then Baker's telling him, hey, just calm down. Let's see a pitch.
So I was going to say, pay attention to what you're doing there at the plate.
There's the 3-1. High and away for ball 4, and a walks a run for Sal Sevier. 4-0. Coach Brinkerhoff is out of the dugout, and a change is coming for Kanab here in the top of the first inning of the 2A state championship. Sal Sevier leads Kanab 4-0. Logan Bader, I believe, will be making an appearance on the mound next when we come back, as Sal Sevier still has the bases loaded with 2 outs on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Basin machinery takes vertical tillage to the max with the Turbo Max from Great Plains. With its hydraulically adjustable gang angle, the Turbo Max gives you lots of options. In the fall, you can run the machine at an angle to bury more residue. And in the spring, you can run it straight to create an excellent vertically tilled seed bed, all to help you achieve the best yields. Call Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today to see what the Turbo Max can do for you. Mason Machinery in Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
Get ready for the first ever Strata Networks two-man best ball tournament happening May 15th at the Roosevelt City Golf Course. Pick your partner and your tee time, then come enjoy a new format supporting a great cause. There's a registration gift, food, and a whole lot of fun waiting on the green. All proceeds go to a local charity, so it's golf for good. Sign up today at strata.click/golf. Strata Networks. We connect lives.
So Coach Brinkerhoff trades senior for senior as he brings Logan Bader into the game now for the Kanab Cowboys. Replacing Cash Kabanik, he'll officially replace Colton Blomquist as Kabanik will head out to the outfield in left. And Blomquist will come out of the game, and Bader will move into that spot being DH for. Now on the mound, and the first batter he faces is Cannon Barney with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the first. 4 runs across for South Sevier. First pitch to Barney misses high and away for ball 1.
Yep, Logan Bader comes in with a 3.17 ERA, 42 innings of work, 47 strikeouts, 14 base on balls.
There's the 1-0 pitch. Barney led the inning off with a full count base on balls as he watches ball 2 go by for the 2-0 hitter's count. And came around to score the first run of the game on the RBI triple by Biggs Northrop.
Well, 2-0 count. You expect Barney's probably taken until he gets a strike.
There is the 2-0. And that one's on the inside half for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yep, Bader comes right straight down over the top. Got some good velocity. Ball's going to tail in on the right-handers. Good sharp breaking curveball. Simon flirt with a changeup a couple times this year.
2-1 pitch. About 4 feet in front of the plate for ball 3 and a 3-1 hitter's count to Barney.
Well, we've noticed the teams, especially the pitchers, but the teams with the pitchers that can't get multiple pitches across to the South Sevier lineup, you're in trouble.
Yeah. So Bader sets from the stretch. The base is loaded. 2 outs. The 3-1 to Barney. Misses high. Oh, caught the outside edge for strike 2 and a full count.
Don't get in a hurry. We got some slow mechanics out here behind the plate.
Well, Barney stood in there, so he wasn't hustling down to first. Maybe he heard him say it, and then by the time they signal it to everybody else.
So counts full for the second time this inning to Cannon Barney. Here's the payoff pitch from Bader. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Barney will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Logan Bader on the 1 batter he faces. But South Sevier strikes first as they get 4 runs in the inning. They do so on just 2 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Kanab, and 3 runners left on base through 1/2 inning of play in the 2A state championship. South Sevier 4, Kanab 0 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, KSL Sports, and V6 Media.
From Commercial Recreational Truck Accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor. Whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth, we ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by King County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the Stage Stop convenience store, but dine at Blue Taco with BOGO Tuesday. Buy any one Blue Taco item, get one free. Check out these specials. Crisp Pink Lady apples, $1.29 a pound. Boneless beef rump roast, $5.49 a pound. Johnsonville Select Italian sausage for $3.49. Glazier's Market baby cakes are $4.99 each. And Dietz & Watson Select ham for $7.29 a pound. For more savings, visit glaziersmarket.com. Lumber Plus True Value is now Lumber Plus Do It Best. Same store, same people, only better. Lumber Plus is currently under construction and making the store bigger and better. Things are being moved around during construction, so ask for help if you can't find what you're looking for. Don't miss this month's specials. Get a Pro Mask blue masking tape for $7.99 each. And gear up for grilling with Kingsford 12-pound Match Light Charcoal for $12.99 at Lumber Plus Do It Best Hardware in Kanab. Back here at BYU as we go to the bottom of the first inning with South Sevier leading Kanab 4-0 in the 2A Baseball State Championship. And the Cowboys looking to try to get those back as Cash Kabonic leads it off, followed by Kel Glover, then Latimer Glover. The cleanup hitter, if they get there, is Cannon Verosco. Stockton Roberts on the mound for South Sevier has a quick 2-0 count to Kabonic.
Cash Kabonic trying to start his redemption tour to redeem for kind of a sluggish starting on the mound. He had to give way to Logan Veeder. And now he wants to get things started at the plate. Came in hitting .512, so he is dangerous.
Roberts working out of the windup.
He's been hot in the tournament, been walked intentionally 3 times already that I'm aware of.
2-0 pitch is on the inside edge for a called strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike.
You have to think the same conversation happened over in the Kanab dugout as what South Sevier started with, and that's see a lot of pitches.
2-1 swung on, line drive into right field, down the line for a base hit. Kabonic will round first. It's bobbled in right by Hesse. He takes off to second and slides in safely. So Kabonic stands in scoring position for the Cowboys here in the bottom of the first.
Well, and that got the Kanab crowd into the game a little bit. And, Kabonic struggled on the mound a little bit, but he's still swinging a hot bat.
So first error of the game on South Sevier. Allows him to take second.
Single, and then second on the air.
Brings Kel Glover to the plate now for the Cowboys.
Okerlund playing a new position. That's the first time he's been in right field in the tournament.
No, Hesse.
Or Hesse, yeah. Well, him too.
First pitch in the dirt. Ball 1.
They both look alike. From my distance, anyway.
Glover back in on the right side. They'll square to bunt as Roberts checks the runner. Pulls it back. Watches ball 2 go by low for a hitter's count.
Yeah, you might see that same approach. Try to get that square across, maybe get the defense moving, but just pull it back till you get that strike.
Stockton, 1.91 ERA, 29 in the third innings, 21 strikeouts, 9 base on balls.
Next pitch, squares the bunt, pulls it back, and watches ball 3 go by high for the 3-0 count. And again, that's improved. It's at 1.67 ERA now on the year for Roberts.
Well, and Coach Baker wants to see Roberts just forget about the runner and just focus on the batter and throwing strikes. You got the 4-run lead. You're going to give up a hit or 2, but you got good defense behind you.
3-0. No automatics in there for a called strike one on the outside half for a 3-1 hitter's count now for Glover.
You can sometimes be too fine as a pitcher. You're trying to throw that perfect pitch. I think even Kabonic fell into that a little bit and found himself walking forward and giving up a hit.
Fly ball into right center field's going to get down for a hit for Glover. Northrup over to cut it off, gets it in, and Kabonic will hold at third. Back-to-back singles for the Cowboys. 2 on with no outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yep, good piece of hitting there by Cale Glover. Didn't try to do too much with it. Hit it where it was pitched. Timed that curveball and hit it right center field.
Well, and the difference, it's a lot easier for a hitter to hit ahead in the count, right? That's where Roberts falling behind gives in there a little bit to Glover. He needs to just settle in, get that first pitch strike.
Which we saw him do on Thursday.
Yeah, he was really good.
Glover, 9 stolen bases on the season.
Latimer Glover stands in on the right side now for the Cowboys as Kel Glover takes the lead at first, Kabonic at third.
I would look for him to maybe square, create, I was going to say maybe see if he could create a little confusion, but.
Swinging a miss at a ball in the dirt for Latimer Glover, strike 1.
What do I know?
Well, and there's your first pitch strike, but it was a ball. And Coach Brinkerhoff telling him, hey, get your pitch.
So an 0-1 count. Roberts out of the stretch. Glover at first, about a 2-step lead. Next pitch is swung on, fly ball into center field. Northrup has a bead, makes the catch. Kabonic tags. The throw home is Not in time as Kabonic slides in safely with the RBI flyout from Latimer Glover, and it's a 4-1 ball game. A 1-out runner on first for the Cowboys.
Well, and Kel Glover right there, he's got to be able to get off the bag. First baseman's coming in to cut that play to home, so there's really nobody there. I think that's what Coach Orton's telling him. He could have gone almost halfway, literally, seen if it was cut or if it went through and then coached it into second, but he's still at first base.
Brings Cannon Verosco to the plate now for the Cowboys. He hits from the right side. First pitch on the outside edge, strike one. Verosco's been the big RBI guy for the Cowboys this year.
Coach Anderson there with the informed observation. I like it.
The 0-1 pitch. Called strike two to Verosco for the 0-2 count.
Verosco didn't like it. He said, hey, give that to us. Well, now he's pounding his chest. So.
That's too, if you're Roberts, you got to recognize that's where he's calling those strikes is down in the zone. He's got a strike zone that's down, and that's great for a pitcher. Keeps it down there. It's hard to hit.
0-2, swung on, ground ball to the left side. Blake fields it at short, throw to second in time, and nope, safe as Brindley drops it out of the glove, and everybody is safe on the second error of the game for South Sevier.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those drops in the outfield, right there on the infield multiple times where players just in a little bit of a hurry to get that exchange, and they don't secure the ball first. So runners safe at first and second now.
So up the dangerous Walker Baird.
He'll stand in on the left side for the Cowboys with 1 out and 2 on.
262, a home run, 13 runs driven in.
First pitch from Robert. Swung on, ground ball to the right side. Brindley fields it. Throw to second is in time. Throw to first from Blake. In time for the 4-6-3 double play. And the Rams are out of the inning, but Kanab gets one back. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 errors committed by South Sevier, and 1 runner left on base through 1 inning of play in the 2A state championship. South Sevier 4, Kanab 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Homes aren't one size fits all, so why should your home insurance be any different? Farmers Home Insurance Packages offer coverage options you can tailor to fit you. Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers Agent Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453. That's Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the top of the second inning in the 2A state championship. South Sevier leading Kanab 4-1, and the Rams will bring the 2, 3, and 4 batters to the plate this inning. Peyton Ingram, Biggs Northrup, and Kenyon Okerlund. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Cameron Hesse. Logan Bader on the mound for Kanab.
The hits are even at 2, but South Sevier got the 4 runs by virtue of 4 freebies in that first inning.
And, the hits are even at 2, but the errors are 2-0 in favor of Kanab.
Yeah.
And still South Sevier the 4-1 lead as ball 1 misses in the opposite batter's box. 1-0 pitch swung on. Ingram flies one into right center field. Outfielder's going back. This one's going to split him as that one gets to the warning track off the hop. Ingram rounds second on his way to third, and he will come in with a unnecessary slide as he leads the inning off with a triple for South Sevier.
Ingram, that's his strength, in my opinion, is going to that right center field gap, and he's so good. If you get that pitch out over the plate where he can extend his arms, he'll make you pay.
Well, that was to the 402 side of the 388 power alley sign, so probably in the 380-foot range.
Yeah, he hit it well. He was the second by about the time it landed, though. He was moving. Biggs Northrup stands in on the right side. First pitch swinging. Drives one into the right center field gap as well. That'll score Ingram. It's cut off quickly by Ramsey, and Northrup will hold there with an RBI single. 5-1 South Sevier.
Really good piece of hitting. Just stepped up there and watched Biggs Northrop do it. Says, I can do that. And went out and did it.
Brings Kenyon Okerlund to the plate now for the Rams.
Kenyon, a 326 hitter coming in.
1 for 1 in the game. Had an RBI single through the 5-6 hole last inning. First pitch. Breaking ball misses inside, ball 1.
Well, I've said it all along. You got to have pitching and defense, but I really felt like whoever's going to win this tournament's going to come down to their hitting, and right now South Sevier's showing they've got the better bats.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fly ball to the right side. Going into foul territory is Walker Baird at first, and he'll make the play for out number 1, a P3 for Okerlund. Pop up to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. Brings Cameron Hesse to the plate now for the Rams. First pitch from Vader. Misses in, nope, caught the inside edge, strike 1. It's a really slow mechanic for this one.
Well, and that might be what Vader's going to have to do, is try to pound the ball on the inside part of the plate, not let these hitters get their hands extended.
0-1 in the dirt, got through Verasco's legs, but a bad read by Northrop, and he's mad at himself for not picking up second base on that one. Ball 1.
Yeah, and he's one with good enough speed. He literally can just steal the base on his own anyway. So, yeah, ball in dirt, you got to be going.
Yeah, 13 stolen bases on the season.
1-1 count. On the outside half for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Cameron Hesse. The 1-2 from Vader. That one's going to hit Hesse in the elbow on the breaking ball. And Hesse heads to first base. 2 on now with 1 out here in the top of the second inning for South Sevier.
Well, that curveball just stayed up, and he took it right there off the elbow. You got to be able to throw that curveball hard and get that good sinking action down.
Second time Hesse's taken a hit by a pitch here in the game. Bring Jagger Red to the plate.
Jagger walked his first time up, came in hitting 307. 26 runs driven in. Got an opportunity if he can find a hole somewhere and maybe get the next one.
First pitch from Vader. That's the outside for ball 1. Roscoe faking the throw down to first. Got Hesse to dive back.
Well, Northrop sees that again. He can get a good secondary, and if Roscoe does throw it, take third base.
Yeah, good point. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Kind of tied him up on that one.
He had a good hack, didn't he? Down and in, and he just swung through it.
Runners take their lead. The 1-1 from Vader. Swung on. Fly ball down the right field line. Goes foul. And Jagger Red was feeling that one dropping in, but it goes about 8 feet foul for strike 2.
That's the one thing South Sevier's done really good. From the times I've seen them early on, they were pulling off pitches a lot. They've done a lot better job and improved throughout the season at going the other way with the pitches.
So a 1-2 count now to Red as he stands back in on the right side. Vader checks Northrop at second. The 1-2. Fouled back to the screen as Red battles.
Yeah, in the earlier game he was talking about Coach Sinigin, is that his name, for getting them lined out there on their approach at the plate.
Yeah, a lot of new faces, at least 2 new faces in the South Sevier coaching staff this year between Jason Talley and Logan Sinigini joining. Red fouls that one back to the screen. Second foul ball since the 2-strike count.
Yeah, he's done a nice job at battling, and that's one thing Jagger at times, and he's got a few too many probably caught looking third strikes, doing a lot better job expanding the zone.
1-2 count. The pitch from Vader. Misses up and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jagger Red.
And you notice Jagger was willing to wear that if that did tail inside there.
You get a 2-strike count, you like a hitter that's willing to take one off the hip.
I took enough playing catcher. I was always diving out of there.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball back of the middle and fielded by Glover. Bobbles it. Flip to second. Will still be in time, but everybody else is safe as Glover will go to Glover for out number 2 on the 6-4 fielder's choice.
Yeah, it looked to me like what he was trying to do right there is almost pick it up and then I was in between, do I take 2 steps and step on the bag and throw it myself, or do I shovel it there to Latimer at second? But luckily they get the 1 out.
Well, I'm looking at, he could have stepped on second base, and then they'd have had, who was that? That was at second base.
Griggs Northrup.
Griggs Northrup.
Because either way, he was trying to cause some problems for him.
He got in the way, best he could.
Brace Brindley at the plate now for South Sevier. First pitch swinging, fouls this one off to the right side, strike 1.
Coach Brinkerhoff would love to get out of this one with just giving up the 1, but South Sevier, dangerous. Brace Brindley swinging the hot bat right now. He flew out to right, picked up an RBI, his first at bat.
Next pitch is swung on, ground ball to the right side. Latimer Glover goes to a knee, fields it, flips to second for out number 3 on the 4-6 fielder's choice. Hit into Brace Brindley to end the threat, but South Sevier gets 1 run on 2 hits and no errors committed by Kanab, and 1 runner left on base through 2 innings, or 1.5 innings of play. It is South Sevier 5, Kanab 1, the 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team High, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
We are all part of a team, whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support. Your team needs you to be at the top of your game. At Intermountain Health Sevier Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Our health professionals and staff are waiting to serve you and your loved ones. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Back here at BYU as we go to the bottom of the second inning in the 2A Baseball State Championship, with South Sevier leading Kanab 5-1. And the Cowboys will bring the 6, 7, and 8 batters to the plate this inning. Cooper Anderson, Brogan Verasco, and Brady Ramsey. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Hayden Gubler. Stockton Roberts on the mound for South Sevier. Working out of the windup is Roberts.
Anderson, a 400 hitter coming into the day.
Ground ball to the right side of the first pitch. Bobbled by Brindley through his legs, and Anderson reaches on the 3rd error of the day for South Sevier.
Second one on Brace Brindley. It's kind of abnormal for that gentleman.
So that will bring Brogan Verasco to the plate.
Well, you'd look at the scoreboard and think that would be opposite just on the runs scored, right?
Yeah.
The difference is that first inning there was 4 walks and a hit by pitch for South Sevier, so they were able to put across that 4 spot, but struggling defensively right now.
Pretty good lead at first for Anderson. Verasco squares the bunt, pops it foul, almost all the way to first base for strike 1.
That's something Coach Brinkerhoff talked to you about when you interviewed him, is execute those bunts in those situations, and they realized no outs. If we can get another runner down there, get him across, cut into this 5-1 deficit, that's going to be a good thing for them.
Cooper 9 stolen bases on the season.
Got about a 2.5-step lead at first base does Anderson. The 0-1 pitch swung on, fly ball under left center field. Northrup moves over and is there to make the play for out number 1. So an F8 for Verasco, fly out to center field for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, I flew out to F8, but Coach Brinkerhoff's got to really like that swing. That's one of the best swings that Verasco's had. He's barreled that one up, and that's going to be good as the game goes on for him.
So Brady Ramsey will now stand in on the left side for Kanab.
323 hitter with 14 runs driven in.
Get a pretty good lead at first for Anderson. Roberts out of the stretch. First pitch. Swung on. Ground ball to the right side. Brindley fields it. Just has a play at first. The throw, though, is offline. And Red can't come up with it. And that'll put runners on the corners now for Kanab on the 4th error of the game for South Sevier.
You know, it's one thing that you see happen. You start getting in your own head, right? A lot of teams and coaches do different things. I've seen where they put the rubber bands. Everybody's got a rubber band they wear, and you make an error, whatever else, you pull the rubber band and let go of it, and it's let go.
Yeah.
Forget about it, move on. And right there, I think Brindley's still thinking about the previous one. Didn't quite pull the trigger and just floated that one to first base.
So Houston Blake called them all together. He came in from shortstop, called everybody over there, but to give Brindley a pat on the backside and say, hey, new ball game.
2 on now for Kanab with 1 out in the inning. Hayden Gubler, the DH, comes to the plate.
250 hitter. He hit a couple balls hard yesterday, just right at people.
Infield creeping in a little bit for South Sevier. First pitch, swung on, fouls it off to the right side, strike 1. Of course, we'll be looking forward to watching Gubler run the football this fall. One of the better running backs in 1A.
Good.
Yeah. 1A football, of course. Ramsey takes the lead at first, only about a 2-step lead. Anderson at third. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul tip, strike 2.
Well, you look at Stockton Roberts' pitch count right now, 21. He hasn't thrown a lot of pitches, which is a good thing. But you start making errors and mistakes, and that pitch count just gradually creeps up on you. You know, Kanab trailing, wanting to just keep this game close. We've seen that last night with them and Beaver. They were able to have a big 5-run inning and come back and win that one 7-5.
0-2, high chopper. Roberts off the mound, fields it, only has first, and he'll make the play for out number 2 on the 1-3 ground out. RBI ground out, though, for Hayden Gubler as Anderson comes in to score to make it a 5-2 ball game.
Roberts just a really good athlete, and it showed right there. That was a tough play. You're falling off the back of the rubber, trying to watch it in, field it, and then make the throw, but shows you the athlete he is. Nice play out there on the mound.
Brings the top of the order, the dangerous Cash Kabonic to the plate now for Kanab as he hits from the left side with the runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Roberts checks Ramsey at second. First pitch. This is low for ball 1.
Had to make sure. I wasn't sure that was going to be a ball.
Nobody holding on Ramsey. Now Blake working on a little bit as Roberts misses low and in for ball 2, and a hitter's count now for Kabonic, who led the game off with a single for Kanab and scored their first run of the game.
Singled on a 2-1 pitch to right field.
Here's the 2-0. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, that was a big swing, almost too big a swing right there. Pulled his head off it, and Roberts just sneaks one right through him.
Roberts checks Ramsey, the 2-1. Fouled back to the screen, strike 2. Makes it a 2-2 count. With 2 outs and runner on second here in the bottom of the second. Kanab with 1 run across. They trail South Sevier 5-2. The 2-2 from Roberts. Swung on. Fouled back out of play as Kabonic battles.
When you hear that clapping from the fans, that's one thing that South Sevier, that's something they've picked up on. When they get 2 strikes, the crowd really starts getting into that clap chant, trying to help their team get that 3rd strike or that 3rd out.
Yeah, it's been a good thing for him. Count remains 2-2. The pitch from Roberts swung on, flies this one to the left side, and it's going to get foul and out of play as Kabonic continues to battle. You're hitting .512, you find a way to put the bat on the ball.
Yeah.
Because he kind of had to reach for that one, but
got 2 strikes.
Stayed alive.
Gotta protect.
Yep. So count remains 2-2 with Ramsey at second base here for Kanab. Roberts checks him. The 2-2 delivery. Swung on. Ground ball to the right side. Brindley goes to a knee. Picks it up off the bobble. Nope, he dropped it again. And holding at third is Ramsey, and another error for South Sevier, and that will put 2 on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
One of the rare times you're going to get Kabonic to hit into a ground ball right there. Still not able to get him out, though.
So we'll bring Cale Glover to the plate. Going to get... I guess I shouldn't be mad at my 11-year-old that needs the coach to tie his shoe if the high schooler needs the coach to tie his shoe, right? Coach Orton down there tying Kabonic's shoe.
First and third. With a piece of tape.
I'm going to lace him up tight so you can get down second base there. If you don't, I'm going to tie them together next time.
So Glover stands in on the right side. Runners at first and third now for Kanab. In a 5-2 ball game, South Sevier leads. First pitch from Roberts. On the outside edge, strike one.
Yeah, Kanab didn't like that, but nonetheless called strike. Glover stranded at second base, but had a single in the first.
Yeah, loud groan from the Kanab crowd on that called strike. The 0-1. This is up for ball one and a 1-1 count.
Well, last time we checked, too, Roberts 21 pitches. What is it now? 31. So it just, like you say, just keeps going up.
That should have been a 1-2-3 inning.
Yep.
The 1-1 pitch, swung on, fly ball into center field. Northrop moving over, now going back, able to make the catch for out number 3. And L8 for Glover, line out to center field for the third out of the inning. Kanab again gets 1 run back as they score 1 run on no hits. 3 errors committed on South Sevier and 2 runners left on base. Through 2 complete, it is South Sevier 5, Kanab 2. The 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team High, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
This is more than just a job. It's a culture, and it's how we do things here. Since 1932, our values of teamwork, accountability, and quality have driven us. There's nothing more precious than human life, and we all honor that responsibility. We are standing ready for when you need us, to serve you with our hearts, our minds, and our experience. And most of all, human connections.
I'm going to keep throwing.
Welcome back here to BYU.
Balls.
Welcome back here to BYU at Larry H. Miller Field in Provo as we go to the top of the third inning in a 5-2 ball game as South Sevier leading Kanab in the 2A state championship. And South Sevier will bring the 8, 9, and 1 batters to the plate. Riker Freeman, Houston Blake, and Cannon Barney. If they get to the fourth batter, that'll be Peyton Ingram. Logan Vader on the mound for Kanab. First pitch to Freeman. Thought about it, held off. Watch a strike one go by.
I was telling Coach, if I'm Stockton Roberts, I'm going to go to Brace Brindley and say, hey, I'm going to keep throwing them ground balls until you got had enough out there of practice.
Next one's fouled back at the screen by Freeman for a strike 2 and an 0-2 count from Vader. Roscoe out to deliver the new ball to the pitcher. Coach Baker going to visit with Freeman down the third baseline. Everybody's kind of taking their time to get where they want to be here.
It's a warm day. We ain't had a lot of them this year.
And that turf's hot.
Yeah.
Roscoe checking his wrist, rubbing the wrist.
Yeah, very seldom do you look out the scoreboard and see 5 runs, 4 hits, 5 errors, and you're leading.
Yeah. The 0-2. Big swing and a miss, strike 3, and Freeman will go down swinging for the first out of the inning, second strikeout of the game for Logan Vader.
Yeah, that's got to give Vader a little bit of momentum, and then also the Kanab dugout got to feel good about things. They did get the one back. They're wishing they'd have got a couple more, but South Sevier, fortunate for them, they only give up the one.
First pitch now to Houston Blake on the outside edge, strike one. One pitch swung on, pops this one to the left side, and Kel Glover at short goes back and makes the play for out number 2, a P6 for Houston Blake. Pop up to the shortstop for the second out of the inning.
Well, this would be a big inning if they could go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Bader trying to set him down in order. Cannon Barney coming to the plate.
Cannon 0 for 1. Walk, strikeout.
Pitch from Vader. Swung on, chopper back up the middle, charging is Glover, fields it. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out. And the third out of the inning as the Rams go down 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 2.5 innings of play. It is South Sevier 5, Kanab 2 in the 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Hey, y'all, just a reminder to shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, offering windows and glass sales and installation, including window tinting. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 410 North Main in Richfield, has a huge inventory and always sells at rock bottom prices, and Shepherd's has the service to back it all up. Click shepherdscarpets.com. Carpet, flooring, windows, and glass, and more. Shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Click shepherdscarpets.com and sit back and try to wipe that big old smile off your face.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the bottom of the third inning in a 5-2 ball game. South Sevier leading Kanab, but the Cowboys will bring to the plate this inning the 3, 4, and 5 batters. Latimer Glover, Kenan Verasco, and Walker Baird. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Cooper Anderson. Stockton Roberts on the mound for South Sevier. Glover in on the right side. First pitch from Roberts. Misses up for ball 1.
Roberts, 33 pitches so far.
The 1-0 pitch. That'll be low for ball 2, and a hitter's count now for Glover.
You know, Kanab's had runners on, left one in the first, 2 in the second there, but they just haven't been able to really get them going in order.
2-0 pitch misses up for ball 3, and a 3-0 count now to Latimer Glover, who's 0 for 1. He had an RBI flyout in the first inning.
Came in hitting 354. 22 runs driven in and a home run.
A 3-0. That one's on the outside edge for an old automatic strike 1 and a 3-1 hitter's count.
Well, Glover's got good pop, too, in his bat.
3-1 pitch from Roberts. That'll miss low for ball 4, and Latimer Glover draws the leadoff base on balls for Kanab.
First walk given up by Stockton Roberts.
Brings Kenan Verasco to the plate.
Well, guess what? First inning, leadoff guy gets on, scores. Second inning, leadoff guy gets on, scores.
Yeah, good point. Pretty good lead at first for Glover, about a 2.5 step lead. Next pitch, first pitch to Verasco, low and away, ball 1.
You trying to say deja vu or something, Coach? What's going on here?
Hey, I always check the pattern. You know, what's the
plainly for me?
What's the pattern going on here? And that seems to be a pattern so far.
They're reaching 3 different ways: a hit, an error, and a walk.
You probably like statistics in high school too, didn't you?
1-0 pitch, ground ball to the left side, filtered by Okerlund at third. Throw to second is in time. That's the only one they'll get. A 5-4 fielder's choice hit into by Verosco, as South Sevier does get the lead runner for out number 1.
Well, Brace Brindley did the right thing right there. He knew there was no chance at the double play. Make sure you get the out there at second base. So good job defensively for South Sevier.
Brings Walker Baird to the plate now for the Cowboys. He stands in on the left side.
Walker, a 262 hitter, home run, 13 runs driven in.
First pitch swung on, fly ball to left. Barney drifts back, turns, and makes the play for out number 2. An F7 for Baird. Fly out to left for the second out of the inning. Verosco will stay at first. Bring Cooper Anderson to the plate now for Kanab.
No stolen bases on the season. I was curious if they didn't run for him in this situation, but I guess nobody's in a hurry to get in and out.
Verosco about a 2.5-step lead at first. First pitch to Anderson from Roberts. Misses low, ball 1.
Cooper, one of those players that Coach Brinkerhoff would like to see step up, barrel up some baseballs.
Comes in today hitting 400, but started the tournament at about 430.
1-0 pitch, line drive back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Northrup is there to pick it up to hold Verosco at second, but 2 on with 2 outs now for Kanab here in the bottom of the third.
Well, normally you'd see maybe them try to go first to third right there, but not with 2 outs, trailing by 3 runs. Coach Brinkerhoff wisely putting up the stop sign, saying stay put. Now we'll try to score you with a base hit.
Brogan Verosco will draw the task as he stands in on the right side for the Cowboys.
270 hitter, 19 runs driven in to start the day.
Runners take their lead. First pitch from Roberts, breaking ball. This is up, ball 1.
Roberts, you know, if you go back 3 years ago, Roberts as a freshman got some time in the state tournament on the mound. So this is fourth year, senior, obviously, and doing a nice job for the Rams.
1-0 pitch is fouled back out of play for strike 1 and a 1-1 count now to Verosco.
That must have went on over to the softball field.
Didn't see it come back.
No, it didn't come back. No mom back on that one.
Roberts comes set with the 1-1 pitch. Swung on. High fly ball to the right side. Brindley at second. Drifts back into the green turf. And he'll make the catch for out number 3. A P4 for Verosco. Pop into the second baseman for the third out of the inning. As Kanab gets runners on, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit. No errors committed by South Sevier. And 2 runners left on base through 3 innings of play in the state championship. It is South Sevier 5, Kanab 2 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking's #1 investment has been dependable truck drivers like you. That's why they provide their drivers with an opportunity to earn up to $75,000 a year driving state-of-the-art equipment. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers in Utah, San Pete, Sevier, Juab, Millard, Beaver, Iron, Carbon, and Emery counties. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Dependable truck drivers like you have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. That's why they provide their drivers with state-of-the-art equipment, ongoing training, and reliable, courteous support. Barney Trucking is now hiring Class A CDL drivers with doubles endorsement to help address our exceptional growth throughout Utah. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
back here at BYU as we go to the top of the fourth inning in a 5-2 ball game. South Sevier leading Kanab. Ground ball by Ingram off the leg of Vader, the pitcher. The throw to first from second is not in time. Great attempt from Latimer Glover as Ingram is safe at first.
Well, Ingram gets down the line as good as anybody, and had it not been Ingram, there might have been a chance, but just ricocheted off the pitcher. Glover, the second baseman, bare hand flips over to Baird, but not in time.
They roll out an infield single for Ingram. That'll bring Biggs Northrop to the plate, followed by Kenyon Okerlund. The fourth batter, if they get there, is Cameron Hesse. Logan Vader on the mound for Kanab. First pitch to Northrop. In the dirt. Good block by Verosco for ball one.
Northrop 2 for 2, triple and a run scored, and then had a single. He's got 2 RBIs.
Came into the day hitting 407, picked it up, I'm sure, in that last game. These were statistics for starting this morning.
Foul ball there from Northrop for strike one.
I would say, too, South Sevier's learned from the last 2 years on these bigger fields here at BYU and UVU. They've done a lot better job of getting on top of baseballs and hitting line drives.
1-1 from Vader. Swung on, chopped foul to the left side for strike two and a 1-2 count.
Right through the legs of Coach Eric Baker. Telling him to get down on that.
Looking at his hands, wondering what the heck. That was pretty hot.
Yeah, but he made the try. Gave him a hard time about that.
You're right. We tell him next time just step out of the way.
1-2 pitch is lined in the left field by Northrop. Ingram rounds second and might have had a chance to move on as Kabonic dropped it, but he'd already come to a stop. So it was a single for Northrop, 2 on and no outs here in the top of the fourth for South Sevier.
Yeah, and Kabonic's the one in the outfield there that you definitely don't want to challenge.
Yeah, ball in front of you, but like Robert said, that's one that you can come hard, round it hard. You see it because it is in front of you. If there's a bobble, you might could coast into third. But Ingram just happy to get the second base right there.
Brings Kenyon Okerlund in now for South Sevier, hitting from the right side.
1 for 2 in the game. Came in with a .326 average.
He'll square to bunt, drop it down right back to the pitcher. Vader picks it up. The throw to first is not in time. Kenyon Okerlund with the infield bunt single to load the bases for South Sevier with no outs here in the fourth.
Hustled all the way from the time he stuck the bat out. I think he might have been a couple paces down the line before he ever hit the ball.
Well, he's another one that has great speed, but it looked to me like Vader kind of hesitated right there too because Baird was coming in and Glover going over to cover the bag, but just execution on the defense right there for South Sevier plays in their favor.
The infield comes in together on their own on the mound for Kanab with the bases loaded and no outs here in the top of the fourth inning. South Sevier leading 5-2 in this 2A state championship, trying to force a second game. Kanab trying to win this one in one. Cameron Hesse will come to the plate now as the Kanab fielders return to their positions. They will have the infield pulled in on the grass.
Which has its disadvantages, I might add.
Hesse in on the right side. First pitch. Called strike one on the inside edge.
He was looking to go 3 for 3 on the hit by pitch.
Vader again sets. The base is loaded for South Sevier, no outs. The 0-1 in the dirt outside. Roscoe got a glove on it and kept it close enough to hold the runners on ball one.
Yeah, if that ball gets away, that's going to move everybody up and score another run. But Verosco, like you said, kind of backhand stabbed at it, knocked it down just enough to keep it kind of in that circle area of home plate.
1-1 pitch, swung on, chopper to the left side, fielded at third. The throw home is in time. Throw to first is not in time as Hesse's able to get down the line. And it's a 5-2 fielder's choice and into by Cameron Hesse for the first out of the inning. Bases remain loaded for South Sevier. Roscoe to Verosco for the out.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Brogan's probably as good a third baseman as we're going to see, too, in this tournament. He's done a nice job for Coach Brinkerhoff and the Kanab Cowboys at third base. Now you see the infield move back all but Walker Baird.
That middle infield playing double play depth. Jagger Red at the plate. First pitch low for ball one.
And really, Willie talked about it. You do have some disadvantages when you pull your infield in, but you want to play the percentages. So Brinkerhoff moving short. Second, a little surprised that Verosco's playing back, but I guess they're expecting him to give him some room to play the 5-6 hole if need be.
1-0 pitch. Outside ball, 2 and a hitter's count now for Jagger Red.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you don't throw strikes right here. You walk him, you're going to push a run across the home plate and keep the bases loaded. So Veter's got to take a deep breath right here and go throw a strike.
The 2-0 to Red. Nearly hits him. Misses high and tight for ball 3. Walks a run for Sal Sevier. The base is loaded and 1 out. Bader. Gonna have time called by Verosco, who's gonna go out and visit with him. Coach Baker will take the opportunity to visit with Jagger Red down the line.
And Jagger can afford to see 2 pitches right here.
Northrop's at third, Okerlund at second, Hesse at first here for Sal Sevier with Jagger Red at the plate and a 3-0 count. 1 out in the inning. 5-2, Sal Sevier leads top 4. Take a look at the softball state championship. Sal Sevier leads Beaver 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning of that one. On that one, Sal Sevier is trying to win that one in 1 and not go to the extra game. And now Coach Brinkerhoff's going to come out of the dugout for Kanab as after the players would all head back to their positions. Coach Brinkerhoff says, I'll go visit with them myself.
Yeah, and usually you'd see that that's maybe a stall technique, right?
Somebody to get the bullpen, but there's nobody there.
Pitcher warmed up. Yeah, you're right. Nothing happening there. Just making sure they're all on the same page.
So Coach Brinkerhoff heads back to the dugout. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Biggs Northrop at third base trying to get the crowd on their feet. Bases loaded for the Rams. 3-0 count to Jagger Red as he stands back in on the right side facing Logan Vader for Kanab. Vader looks at the runners. The 3-0. Misses up for ball 4, an RBI base on balls to Jagger Red. Makes it a 6-2 ball game as Northrop scores from third. Okerlund moves to third, and Hesse is now at second.
Yeah, Brace Brindley coming up. Had a couple defensive miscues out there, but would love nothing more than to help his team out here with the bat.
That's the second base on ball RBI for Sal Sevier this game. Houston Blake had one in the first inning. There's the first pitch to Brindley. Curveball swung on, chopped to the left side, fielded by Verosco. Gets the out at third, and safe at first will be Brindley on no throw. Okerlund comes in to score. That makes it now 7-2 Sal Sevier on the RBI fielder's choice, and into by Brace Brindley. 2 outs in the inning.
Yep, just did his job. Got the runner home.
Well, we talked about defensive positioning too. Had Verosco been playing up right there, he has the play at home, gets the out and no run across. But, once again, it does have some disadvantages. You got to just play the percentages, and that time they wanted him to play back.
Riker Freeman at the plate now. Thought about it, held off, and watches ball 1 go by in the dirt for the 1-0 count.
I'm glad to see that. But there's been a lot of dip in his swing today. He was going down again maybe to have to get that.
2 on here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 2 across for Sal Sevier. They lead Kanab 7-2 in this 2A state championship game. Runners take their lead as Bader comes set, the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Jarosco fields it at third, steps on the bag for out number 3, but South Sevier adds to their lead as they get 2 runs in the inning. They do so on 3 hits in the inning. No errors committed by the Cowboys, and 2 runners left on base through 3.5 innings of play. We're halfway home, and it's South Sevier 7, Kanab 2 in the 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive, KSL Sports, and V6 Media.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
We're back here at Brigham Young University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Willie Akers and Nolan Anderson as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning with South Sevier leading Kanab 7-2 in this 2A state championship game. Kanab will bring the 8, 9, and 1 batters to the plate this inning with Brady Ramsey, Hayden Gubler, and Cash Kabonik. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Kel Glover. Stockton Roberts on the mound for South Sevier. You know, you talked about his pitch count a lot there, Nolan, as those errors happen and it elevates that pitch count. If you're able to keep to an average of 15 an inning, you can throw the whole game and still have a few pitches there. And even despite that, he's still at 15 an inning.
That's what I mean. He's been really good, but without those, he's even lower, right?
Yeah.
And you might be able to save some pitches and turn around and use him in game 2 if you get this win in this one.
First pitch missed for a ball. Next pitch, line drive into center field, is down for a base hit by Brady Ramsey as he reaches base for the 2nd time today with a leadoff single.
4th hit in the ball game for Kanab.
That will bring Hayden Gubler to the plate now for the Cowboys.
Hayden grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Came in hitting .250. DH today for Coach Craig Brinkerhoff.
Roberts works out of the stretch, scoring to bunt is Gubler, and he hits that one nearly all the way to first base on the bunt foul for strike 1. It's twice we've seen Kanab try to square and bunt and nearly get it all the way to Jagger Red without it even hitting the ground.
Yeah, and you know, obviously Gubler with him, he's got great speed, so Coach Brinkerhoff saying, hey, let's get defense in motion, get them moving around. Maybe we can create a mistake defensively, but also we got good wheels on the base pass and at home plate.
Squares the bunt again, pulls it back, and watches ball 1 go by for the 1-1 count.
Well, they know first base is holding the runner too, so that's why he's trying to get that ball to first base, but you can't bunt it as hard.
Here's the 1-1 delivery from Roberts to Gubler. Squares the bunt right back to Roberts, and it's going to go underneath his glove through his legs, and everybody is safe on the 6th error of the game for South Sevier.
On that one, just Roberts kind of come up and the ball stayed down, and that's what, more than anything, it's more than just sacrifice that runner, because Brinkerhoff knows, hey, we're down 5, but we'll chip away, we'll get one when we can, but he was hoping for something like that.
You almost wonder if Roberts was thinking maybe I have time to go 2.
Yeah, maybe.
And pulled off as a result as they go to the top of the order with Cash Kabonik.
Cash 1 for 2. Fouls that enough.
Strike 1 to Kabonik.
Getting hitting .512.
Well, very seldom have we seen him roll over one, which he got on the E4, but he rolled over that one for the most part. He's been hitting lasers to the outfield.
Roberts comes set as the runners take their lead. The 0-1 to Kabonik. Called strike 2 at the top of the zone for the 0-2 count.
Somebody liked it, somebody didn't.
That's the case every time, isn't it?
It's getting to the point. Don't know who's who out here.
Roberts again sets as he checks the runner at second. That's Ramsey. 0-2 pitch. Foul down the left field line for Kabonic to stay alive.
Lots of red and white for both these two teams. Good crowds, good fans support here.
And again, you got kind of a split South Sevier crowd.
I was going to say you actually do, because they might have more here, but half of them down supporting the girls softball team.
The 0-2 again. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Kabonic will go down swinging for the first out of the inning and first strikeout of the game for Stockton Roberts.
Good pitch there, pulled the string on one. Had Cash Kabonic totally fooled.
Yeah, rare strikeout from Kabonic, and so if you're Stockton Roberts, you got to feel really good about that, knowing that you got a big out when you needed one.
First pitch swinging is Glover, fouls this one to the right side, out of play for strike one.
1 for 2 in the ball game, single, and a fly out to the center fielder.
Well, I think Stockton had a little extra velocity on that last pitch. He's feeling good after that strikeout to Kabonic.
Got some South Sevier young fans with their gloves here at the ballpark trying to catch those foul balls. Next pitch to Glover misses up for ball one and a 1-1 count. One ball, one strike, one out, 2 on here for Kanab in the bottom of the fourth. They trail South Sevier 7-2. Cal Glover at the plate. The pitch from Roberts. That one's going to hit him. Lost that one, did Stockton Roberts, to load the bases on the hit by pitch. As Ramsey moves to third, Gubler to second, and Latimer Glover will be coming to the plate.
Latimer Glover came into the day hitting .354. A home run, 22 runs driven in.
It's just a curveball that got away from Roberts, and Glover did all he could to duck and gets him right on top of the helmet.
And you got good speed all the way around. It's your Coach Brinkhoff's out there talking to the second base umpire about.
There's one out in the inning. Jaggered is up near the grass for South Sevier at first base. Everyone else is back. First pitch to Latimer Glover. Breaking ball misses up for ball one.
And not able to really get that breaking ball to fall off the table like you'd like. Just staying up in the zone.
Big opportunity here for the Cowboys with the bases loaded and one out. 1-0 pitch. Misses outside for ball two and a hitter's count for Glover.
Yeah, watch Coach Brinkerhoff saying, hey, stay within yourself right here. Don't need to do too much. Maybe even see a pitch.
The 2-0. That one's on the outside edge for a called strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, got that out of the way.
Yeah. Yep. Right field. Playing a little bit deeper, Hesse. Northrup straight away in center.
The 2-1. Swung on. Fly ball into right. Going back is Hesse. Turns. Drifts. And he'll make the catch. Tagging and scoring will be Ramsey on the RBI fly out from Latimer Glover. 2 outs in the inning and now a 7-3 ball game.
Well, and Hesse was playing deep, and he was playing deep for a reason. Made it easy for him right there. Had he been in another 10, 20 feet, that would have been a tough play to go back and then battle it, keep it in front.
Also moving up on the play to third was Hayden Gubler. He tagged at second. So runners on the corners here for the Cowboys with Cannon Verasco coming to the plate. 2 outs. Cal Glover takes a lead at first. Pretty good lead. 3-step lead for Glover. First pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Ingram for ball one.
Yeah, block's huge. Keeps Gubler at third base. Really surprised too right there. Cal Glover's not getting a good secondary with the ball in dirt with the runner at third. Other than that one did stay right in front, and Ingram probably could have had a play on it.
So Roberts comes set. The 1-0, swung on, line drive, going to get through for a base hit right over the umpire's head. And it's an RBI single for Cannon Verasco. Makes it a 7-4 ball game. Still 2 on for the Cowboys with 2 outs.
So chipping away. Walker Baird comes up He came in today hitting 262.
Well, it shows you, too, how important the extra base is. Let's say that we go back a pitch. Glover is getting a good secondary. The ball is in the dirt, and he gets to second base. Now he would have scored on that hit, so there's one more run. Just so important to do all the little things.
Yeah, Walker Baird stands on the left side. First pitch from Roberts, right down the middle, strike one.
Baird put a charge into one out there to left field last at bat, but Barney was right there, but he hit it well.
Walker uses all fields. Hits good power everywhere.
Next pitch swung on, ground ball to the right side. Off the glove of Brindley into center field it goes. That's going to score Glover. Northrup goes for third, and as a result, Baird will move into scoring position at second base. Makes it a 7-5 ball game.
Well, talking about the little things right there, you just got to come up, hit the cutoff. You've got 2 outs. You're not going to get him out at third. But what you do is you keep Baird at first base, and you keep that force on at first and second with 2 outs. Instead, now you let that runner advance that one base, and now a base hit ties the game.
So they do rule that an error. And so that's the 7th error of the game on South Sevier. They still lead 7-5, 2 outs and 2 on here for Kanab. Cooper Anderson at the plate.
Eighth hitter in the inning, Cooper Anderson. Came in hitting 400. Error and a single.
First pitch, this is up for ball 1.
Now Cooper Anderson barreled one up his last at bat, hit it well into right center field.
Yes, he did. Roberts out of the windup with runners at second and third and 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. That'll miss low and away for ball 2, and a hitter's count now for Anderson. $7-5 your score here in the bottom of the 4th. There's the 2-0. Swung on, foul down the right field line, out of play for strike 1. Well, they've changed it. They've taken that error off the board and given Kanab a hit.
All right. So Walker Baird gets the hit, huh?
Yes, he does.
All right.
Cooper Anderson a chance to tie the game right here and get his second hit of the game.
2-1, swung on, line drive back of the middle. Just past the outstretched glove of Brindley. Northrup's coming home with it. The throw home is off the glove of Ingram. It'll go to the backstop, and moving to second is Anderson. The game's tied at 7 here in the 4th inning with 2 outs and a runner on second still for the Cowboys.
Good piece of hit, and then who did Coach Brinkerhoff say needed to have a good game or a big game? Go back to that pregame. Cooper Anderson, Brogan Verosco now with the chance to give his team the lead.
5 runs in the inning for Kanab, and Coach Baker's out of the dugout for South Sevier.
Well, they give the error back, or should. And the overthrow on the play at third.
The what? No, there's no error on that one. He moved to second because they just threw home. He didn't move to third because it got past.
I thought it got past somebody.
Well, it did, but he didn't get advanced because of it.
Yeah, had he gone to third, then it would have been, yeah. And he might have had a chance, but there's no reason to make that third out at third and even risk it. He was happy to be at second base and tie the game. So Brogan Verosco now with the chance to give his team the lead. He's 0 for 2. And Coach Baker just going out there talking to the team, settle them down, give Stockton Roberts a vote of confidence that, hey, you've done a heck of a job on the mound. Go get this guy, end it, and let's get back in here and get swinging the bats.
Brogan Verosco, the 9th batter of the inning. Coach Baker headed back to the dugout. Coach Brinkerhoff visiting with Verosco before he comes to the plate.
Ninth hitter in the inning is Brogan Verosco.
First pitch from Roberts. Swung on, fouled back to the screen, strike one.
That was a good pitch from Roberts. And, Verosco was swinging first pitch, I think, regardless, but that pitch, kind of an off-speed pitch on the outside part of the plate, got him reaching for it and fouls it back.
Anderson at second for Kanab. Roberts checks him. The 0-1 to Verosco. Misses low for ball one and a 1-1 count.
And Anderson's got good speed, but he's not getting a real big secondary here with 2 outs. Obviously, got good catcher, strong arm behind the plate in Peyton Ingram, but not getting too carried away out there second base.
The 1-1. Swung on, high fly ball down the right field line. That one will go foul, and it's going to get out of play for strike two.
Well, and that's where Verosco struggled a little bit. The games that I've saw, he gets under the ball. He's got to get on top of it and try to square one up.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Verosco steps in, Roberts steps on the rubber. He looks at Anderson at second. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, pops this one to the right side, out of play. Foul for Verosco to stay alive.
Hit off the top of that big blue umbrella.
So count remains 1-2 for Brogan Verosco. Cooper Anderson at second base for Kanab, and a tie ball game in the 2A state championship, bottom of the 4th inning. Kanab putting up 5 runs in the inning to tie this one up. 1-2 from Roberts. Swung on, high fly ball to center field. Anderson took off on the pitch. He rounds third. He's going to come around to home, but Biggs Northrop makes the play for out number 3 and F8 for Verosco. Fly out to center field for the 3rd out of the inning. But Kanab has evened things up as they get 5 runs in the inning. They do so on 4 hits in the inning. 1 error committed by Sal Sevier and 1 runner left on base through 4 complete. It's Sal Sevier 7, Kanab 7 in the 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Marijuana has a lot of names and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life. We're back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the top of the 5th inning in a tie ball game of the 2A state championship between Sal Sevier and Kanab. Sal Sevier brings the 9-1 and 2 batters to the plate this inning. Houston Blake, Cannon Barney, and Peyton Ingram. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Biggs Northrop. Early 1-1 count to Blake. Now he's going to pop this one up in the infield. Calling for it is Vader, and he'll make the play between the pitcher's mound and home plate for out number 1, a P1 for Houston Blake.
Yeah, Houston Blake just got under that one.
Well, we see that too often too, where the pitcher, everyone likes, everyone else get out of the way, let someone else come make the play. But even in the major leagues, sometimes that ball drops. So good job of Vader to say, I got it.
That's the toughest play for a catcher to make that one right straight overhead.
Cannon Barney watches strike one go by on the outside edge.
I saw that very one just last week. major leagues, and they kind of all looked at each other. The first baseman, catcher, pitcher, and pitcher says, next time I'll take it.
Next one nearly hits Barney up and in for ball one, and a 1-1 count now to Barney.
Doesn't matter who, just make the out.
1-1 curveball, swung on, high fly ball into center field. Anderson calls for it and makes the play for out number 2. So an F8 for Barney, fly out to center field for the second out of the inning.
Well, back in the third, South Sevier went down in order. It was 8-9-1. Here so far 9-1, but you got a tough hit in Peyton Ingram come to the plate 2 for 3.
Well, and you've seen them early in the ballgame getting on top of everything. The last couple innings, they've been under it.
First pitch to Ingram. This is inside for ball one. And Ingram's 2 for 3 in the game. Triple and a single. A run scored. He did strike out once as well. That one misses up for ball 2, and a hitter's count now for Ingram with 2 outs and nobody on base.
Yeah, trying to be careful with Ingram, but you got a dangerous Biggs Northrup who's 3 for 3 behind him, so you really want to go get Ingram.
The 2-0. Swung on, hard ground ball to the left side. Verosco fills it at third. Throw to first is in time for the 5-3 ground out and the third out of the inning. As Vader sets down the Rams in order. 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base through 4.5 innings of play in the 2A state championship. It is South Sevier 7, Kanab 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Call Corey Sorensen in Richfield or Cena Rasmussen in Salina for Sorensen Levitt Insurance.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery. Check out their great cut fruit program with wonderful fresh-cut fruit daily. And everyone loves Honey's famous talking truck, Rusty. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
Hi, I'm Kaylin Trineman, Miss Greater Salt Lake's team. I have a personal mission to turn heartbreak into hope and break the cycle of opioid addiction. 13 years ago, I lost my father to a medically induced opioid addiction. This experience opened my eyes to the opioid epidemic, affecting 1 in 3 U.S. families. For more information, go to knowyourscript.org. Together, we can combat the opioid epidemic.
Riverton Chevy is more. We're back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning in a tie ball game here in the 2A state championship. It is 7-7 between South Sevier and Kanab will go 8-9-1 after hitting through the order last inning. We're going to try to do it again with Brady Ramsey, Hayden Gubler, and Cash Kamonic. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Kel Glover. Stockton Roberts on the mound for South Sevier. Ramsey hitting from the left side, stands in. First pitch from Roberts, swung on. High pop up to the left side. And Houston Blake drifts back, calling him off as Cannon Barney, who comes in from left field to make the play for out number 1. So a P7 for Ramsey. Pop up to the left fielder for the first out of the inning.
Cannon Barney does a really good job in the outfield. He's one that you got to feel a lot of confidence. Ball's hit his way, and he did the right thing. He called off the shortstop. He's coming in even though he had a long ways to go.
Hayden Gubler squares to bunt, drops it down in front of home plate. Roberts picks it up, throw to first is in time on a nice scoop by Jagger Red for out number 2 on the 1-3 bunt ground out for Hayden Gubler.
Yep, Stockton did a good job. He didn't hurry it, did everything right, and he just threw a strike at Jagger Red.
Yeah, and it was a good bunt other than it was too much towards the pitcher. If he could have got it down either line, he definitely would have been safe. But once again, the athleticism of Stockton Roberts coming in, charging hard, filling it, making the throw to first base for the out.
Brings Cash Kabonic to the plate, hitting from the left side for the Cowboys.
And Roberts is winning the battle here against Kabonic so far.
Ground ball back in the middle. That's going to get behind Roberts into center field for a 2-out single for the Cowboys.
Just as I say that, he rips one up the middle, but Stockton's done a really good job, but Kabonic's just such a good hitter.
Well, the hits are even, runs are even.
Brings Kel Glover to the plate.
The errors, however,
are very much not even.
They're not even.
Really uncharacteristic, too.
Yes.
6 errors for South Sevier, 0 for Kanab. First pitch to Glover. Ball in the dirt, good block by Ingram for ball 1.
Well, and we can talk about those errors a little bit. You'd think that the runs and the advantage would be way more towards Kanab, but luckily for South Sevier, they haven't hurt them that bad.
Well, I have all 5 of those runs as unearned last inning.
Well, yeah, but there was a lot of errors before that, I guess. But that inning, yeah.
1-0 pitch.
It could be way worse.
It could be way worse. Misses up for ball 2 and a 2-0 count now to Glover.
You know, Kanab's
yeah,
left,
it could be raining too. You know, what the heck.
Kanab's left 6 base runners. South Sevier's left 5 so far is what I got.
Kabonik at first takes the lead as Robert sets. Here's the 2-0 now to Glover. In the dirt, ball 3. Another good block by Ingram.
Did you say 6 and 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, look at that.
We're right on.
Dang. Yep. .80 pitches now for Stockton Roberts.
3-0 pitch is down the middle for strike 1 and a 3-1 count.
Bottom of the 5th here. Tie ball game, folks.
So I'm going to have to disagree. I've got 7 left on for South Sevier. 3-1 pitch. Foul ball, strike 2 and a full count.
Wouldn't you know it, Robert?
Well, who are we going to go with, Willie?
You and I say 65, so. He'll be reading him at the end anyway, so let him have his way.
Robert's probably right.
2 outs, runner on first. The South Sevier crowd trying to cheer on their pitcher with a full count. As Roberts checks Kabonik at first. Here's the payoff pitch to Glover. Just got a piece of it to stay alive, did Kel Glover.
Well, and that's the reason that the ball ricocheted towards first base, come off of the bat and then off of Ingram's equipment. But if he would have swung and missed that completely, that other than, you know, with 2 outs right here, you can advance. If their first base is occupied less than 2 outs, batter's out. But fortunate for South Sevier, he did foul that off.
And that's one thing a lot of players lose track of, the difference between 2 outs
and less than 2 outs.
Less than 2 outs.
Kabonik at first. Will take off on the pitch here. The payoff pitch from Roberts. Way outside in the dirt for ball 4. And Kel Glover will draw the base on balls. 2 on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
So the go-ahead run ends up at second base. Latimer Glover comes to the plate. Came into the day hitting .354. Flew out to center field. Walked and flew out to right field.
So it's Kabonik at second. Kel Glover at first here for Kanab. So good speed on the bases for the Cowboys as they look for their first lead of the game.
Coach Brinkerhoff whispering sweet nothings in the ear of Latimer Glover.
He did it yesterday and it worked.
Glover stands in on the right side. Roberts working out of the stretch.
Good speed on the bases for Kanab with Kabonik and Glover.
First pitch on the inside edge, strike 1.
Well, that'll get a rise out of one half of the audience and ooh out of the other half.
Roberts again looks at Glover at first base.
A couple guys headed to the bullpen for the South Sevier Rams.
0-1 delivery misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The lefty Jax Chris Jansen.
Yep.
Gonna go get loose.
Gus Ingram, Peyton Ingram's younger brother, the catcher down there with him. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Glover. 2 on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning in a tie ball game here at the 2A state championship. The 2-1-1, a called strike on the outside edge for strike 2, and the Kanab crowd doesn't like that one, but it gets the South Sevier crowd clapping.
Well, and I think you can give Ingram some credit on that one as he was real quick with the hands. That was a little bit out, and he just tilted the wrist and squared that one up over the outside part of the plate for a strike.
Calling that a sleight of hand, aren't you?
The 1-2. Breaking ball stays up for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, and as many pitches as the pitchers have thrown, Ingram's thrown how many more back? Just maybe not the velocity, but his arms got to start getting tired back there at some point too.
The 2-2 count. Runners take their lead with 2 outs and 2 on. Roberts sets. The 2-2. Fouled back out of play as Glover battles to stay alive.
That one landed right on top of us up here.
Nobody hurt, though.
Nope. Southsevier's got that clap going once they get to 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Roberts takes the sign from Ingram. Comes set as he checks Kabonic at second. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Glover will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. 2nd strikeout of the game for Stockton Roberts. As Kanab threatens, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors by South Sevier, and 2 runners left on base through 5 complete in the 2A state championship. South Sevier 7, Kanab 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive at KSL Sports and V6 Media.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
The City of Monroe is proud to have its own power company and to support South Sevier athletics. Monroe City Power delivers nice, bright lights for every South Sevier athletic event at home. Having a public power company enables Monroe City to provide community improvements that could not be afforded otherwise, while keeping rates down at the same time. The City of Monroe and Monroe City Electric Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the top of the 6th inning in a tie ball game, the 2A Baseball State Championship. And for South Sevier, they're at the 3, 4, and 5 batters this inning as they bring Biggs Northrup, Canyon Okerlund, and Cameron Hesse to the plate. If they get to the 4th batter, that's Jagger Red. Logan Bader on the mound for Kanab has a 2-0 hitters count right now to Northrup. Misses inside there for ball 3, and that'll make it now a 3-0 count.
And Northrop 3 for 3, like we said earlier, triple. 2 singles and 2 runs scored.
The bat's moving all over the place on the 3-0 pitch. Strike 1 down the middle.
Also has 2 RBIs.
Got 4 RBIs against Beaver this morning. Here's the 3-1. That one's way outside for ball 4, and Northrop will draw the leadoff base on balls for South Sevier, bringing Canyon Okerlund to the plate. Taking a look at the Softball State Championship, bottom of the 6th inning. South Sevier leads Beaver 6-3 in that one.
Canyon Okerlund 2 for 3 today. Also popped up to the first baseman. Biggs Northrop 13 stolen bases on the season.
First pitch breaking ball. This is inside for ball 1. Okerlund was ready to take that one off the hamstring as he turned toward home plate. Northrop about a 2.5 step lead at first. Slowly extending it out. The 1-0 pitch. On the inside edge, strike 1 to Okerlund. 1-1 count.
And Okerlund's one with good wheels. Runs well. Northrop runs well too, so Kanab's got to field it clean.
1-1 pitch. That'll miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, kind of a rough inning in the 4th for Vader, but for the most part, he's done really good. This inning kind of seems a little off to start, to be honest.
Yeah. The 2-1 pitch. Stays up for ball 3, and a hitter's count now for Canyon Okerlund.
Yep, some pitchers are more comfortable, starting the ball game and starting an inning, rather than coming in, runners on. And
that makes you wonder if he's not getting a little bit of a tired out there or a sore arm, just kind of laboring right now.
3-1 pitch, up and in for ball 4, and Okerlund will draw the walk. Back-to-back walks issued by Logan Vader. So 2 on and no outs here for South Sevier with Cameron Hesse coming to the plate. We'll have a infield conference on the mound for Kanab.
Well, nobody in the bullpen for the Kanab Cowboys.
I think Brinkerhoff may still come out or kind of keep looking into the dugout. You think he's talking things over with the coaches?
Yeah. Well, he went down and grabbed the clipboard. Saw that, and he came back up to the steps and then disappeared again.
And I can't even see him down there. So,
well, we got 4 eyes on him over here.
And we talked about execution, right? South Sevier, this is an opportunity for them to execute. Tie game, no outs. If Hesse can move those runners into scoring position, then you got Red, Brindley, and Freeman a chance to take the lead back. Or Red, Brindley, and then potentially Freeman.
Here's the first pitch now to Hesse as Kanab returns to their positions. Pitch from Vader. Swung on, ground ball to the left side, past the diving Verosco into left field. Northrop rounds third on his way home. Kabanik up, throws home with it. Not in time as Northrop slides in safely on the RBI single by Cameron Hesse, and both runners move into scoring position on the throw home.
Yeah, just a little bit, I would say probably, I couldn't see for sure, but it looked like maybe a step ahead there.
Yep.
It was that close, but at the same time, you'd like to get him out, but now you move runners once again in scoring position with no outs.
Yep, a good throw in the short hop. If that had been a little longer hop, you'd give Verosco a better chance at the tag.
Yeah, I agree.
Too high, yeah.
Too high, it bounced up. That's what I mean. It took a little bit too long to get to him. If it skips and stays low, might have had a chance.
Yeah, it was a dang good throw, right on the money where it needed to be, except for maybe just a little bit on the hop.
Well, I talked to you about Kabanik's arm. He just showed it right there.
Jagger Red now at the plate for South Sevier. Infield pulled in for Kanab. First pitch on the outside edge, strike 1. Runners at second and third. It's Okerlund at third, Hesse at second for South Sevier.
Nobody out.
Well, it all starts with back-to-back walks.
1 pitch, swings at one in the dirt, chops it to the left side. Off the mound is Vader, and he falls down. Everybody is safe. Jagger Red pulls off his Vladimir Guerrero impression, hitting one off the bounce for a hit.
Yeah, Bader frustrated right there, but still that would have been a tough play.
Bases are now loaded for South Sevier with no outs, and Brace Brindley coming to the plate. Coach Brinkerhoff out of the dugout for Kanab. So he goes to visit. And it's not like South Sevier started to hit him hard. I mean, you were talking about a ball that literally bounced and went 8 feet off the bat of Red for a hit. Hesse's was hit well into the 5-6 hole, but the 2 walks to lead the inning off loom large.
Yeah, it's all it takes is a couple freebies there and then a base hit, and now you're in trouble, and that's the situation we're in right now.
Got some kind of a conference going between the 2 umpires. I don't know whether they're looking at the scorecard or what.
Coach Brinkerhoff can head back to the dugout.
Talked to him about the number of visits.
Yeah, they had that last conference with just the infield where Brinkerhoff did not come out.
Yeah. They do have someone getting loose in the bullpen. I can't quite get a number down there.
So Deegan swap, number 4.
Number 4, yeah. I believe that was the number.
Bases loaded. Infield pulled in. First pitch to Brindley, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, and he had the right idea. He's got to get something that he can hit out of the infield right here, and he was looking for it right there on that pitch.
Bases loaded here for South Sevier, no outs. One run across in the inning. The 0-1. This is outside for ball one and a 1-1 count. 8-7 your score, top of the sixth. South Sevier leads Kanab. Rams with 3 on. The 1-1 to Brindley. Curveball swung on. Pops that one to the right side. Foul and out of play for strike 2.
Well, ain't nobody in the stadium today that'd like to get a hit any better right now than Brace Brindley would.
There's the 1-2 from Vader. Misses low for ball 2. Good spot from Vader. Brindley nearly thought about it, but held off.
That goes back to that discipline. You know, South Sevier's been very disciplined at the plate in this tournament.
Here's the 2-2. Curveball swung on, ground ball to the left side, filtered by Glover. The throw home is in the dirt. A diving catch by Verosco, but not before Okerlund can come in to score, and that makes it now 9-7. Bases remain loaded.
Well, that ball just wasn't hit hard enough. At some point, you just got to recognize no chance, even though you're pulled in. The play's not always at home. Maybe should have just taken the out at first base.
So Brindley hits into the fielder's choice. RBI fielder's choice. They do not rule that one in air because I think Verosco actually stayed on the base. It was an incredible catch. Okerlund just beat him there.
Yeah.
And now Coach Brinkerhoff is out of the dugout. So looks like a pitching change will be coming here for Kanab as he goes to visit with home plate umpire.
He may still do it, but I think right now he's trying to get a version of what the umpire saw at home plate there.
Yeah. Visiting with him about that. Kanab is the rest of the players, or the players for Kanab are meeting on the mound at least. And Coach Brinkerhoff's just going to head back. So they're going to go talk about just the play at the plate here. So no change here coming for the Cowboys. Take a look, another look at the softball state championship game. And South Sevier leads that one 6-3, top 7, 2 outs, nobody on base for Beaver. And they rule Okerlund is safe at home here. So it's a 9-7 score.
We've seen a number of conferences like that, and the call made has been yet to be overturned.
I saw it yesterday in the Manti Evering game. They overturned one.
Well, you were down there. We were here.
Correct. And now Coach Brinkerhoff's going to come out and make the change. So a pitching change coming for Kanab in the top of the 6th inning. 2 runs across for South Sevier. They have the bases loaded with no outs. They lead Kanab 9-7 in this 2A state championship game. We'll take the break for the change on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports. Before we take the break, though, let's give a shout-out. South Sevier has just won it. Navy Lindsay strikes out the final batter, and South Sevier Ram girls softball team are your 2A state champions.
Congratulations.
They've had a great season.
Yeah, only 1 loss, first game of the season, a 1-run loss to Salem Hills. They've won every one since. Let's take the break now here from Brigham Young University, again on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people, and many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years, and there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026, or go to sanpetesteel.com.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, but they also have these great deals going on now. Sweet Vidalia onions, $1.29 a pound. Boneless, skinless chicken tenderloins, $3.49 per pound. Hebrew National Select Beef Franks are $4.29. Cheddar cheese, $5.49 a pound. And Daisy 14-ounce squeezed sour cream, 2 for $5. For guaranteed freshness and short lines, visit Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. We're back here at Brigham Young University. Deacon Swap takes over on the mound for Kanab, and he'll come in with the bases loaded and no outs. 2 runs across in the inning for South Sevier, and the first batter he faces is the left-handed batting Riker Freeman. Infield still pulled in for the Cowboys. We got time called at the plate.
Deacon Swap comes in with a 1.00 ERA, 7 innings of work, 6 strikeouts, 5 base on balls.
It's been effective, is what you're saying.
Yes, he has.
First pitch. Misses for ball 1 to Freeman. Let's go back to that last play. We ruled it a fielder's choice as they did not put an error up, but now they have decided to rule that one an error on Glover. So first error of the game on Kanab on that last one. On the hit by Brindley. Ball in play by Brindley. Here's the 1-0 to Freeman. Hard swing back to the screen, strike 1.
Well, one thing too, we talked a little bit about this, but to help our listeners and those maybe watching understand, the base runners with the infield in on the grass, the base runners can get huge leads, right? So they've already got an advantage on a ball that's not hit hard. Sometimes you have to realize, hey, the play's at first base because that runner has to go the furthest distance.
1-1 swung on and fouled back out of play for strike 2 to Freeman and a 1-2 count.
Yeah, and Mr. Freeman was tracking that one. He just got under it.
Well, that's what he wants to do, get under one here and lift it out of the infield.
Yep, he wasn't fooled.
9-7 your score. South Sevier leads top 6. Bases loaded for the Rams with no outs. Riker Freeman with a 1-2 count. First batter that Deacon Swap has faced. The 1-2 from Swap. Swung on high, fly ball to left. Going back is Kabonic to his right and makes the catch. Tagging and coming home is Cameron Hesse. He will score easily on the sacrifice fly by Riker Freeman. That makes it a 10-7 South Sevier lead. Still 2 on with 1 out. They're going to appeal third and make sure he didn't leave early. And that one was pretty easy. That was.
Yep, he was.
I watched him catch it, then looked at third, and he still hadn't left.
Yep, he was very careful.
Well, Freeman, give him credit. He did what he needed to do. He got a pitch out over the plate that he could lift out of the infield, hits it deep enough to score the runner from third.
So fly out to left is the first out of the inning, and that brings Houston Blake to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. Infield will return to their normal positions.
Hey, looking at my scorecard real quick, the 3, 4, 5 hitters for South Sevier have all scored 3-3 and Hesse twice now.
Wow.
8 runs right there between 3, 4, 5. So they're getting on. The other guys are driving them in.
Yeah, they are. First pitch to Blake, misses low for ball 1. And then the top 2 got the other 2 runs.
Yeah.
Barney and Ingram.
Yep.
Yeah, now what do I get to talk about?
1-0 pitch, swung on. Fly down the right field line will go foul and into the bullpen. Nope, into the seats. Didn't make it to the bullpen for strike 1.
We got no bleacher creatures down there today either. We haven't had them. They kind of like these chair seats.
Hard to blame them. Yeah. Those bleachers get real hot in the sun.
Lay down in the sun out there, though, That's where my wife would be, laying down there facing the ball field.
There's the 1-1 pitch. Misses up to Blake for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Umpire's been consistent. He's not called that pitch that's kind of mediocre up. He's making the pitchers throw it down in the zone. They got to make the adjustment.
Kenny comes set. 2-1 pitch. This is low for ball 3 and a 3-1 hitter's count for Houston Blake.
Well, it doesn't get any easier if you're Swap. You're going to face the top of the lineup if you give up a walk right here to Houston Blake.
Blake's going to call time and step out of the box. Kind of wipes his face and comes down to the ground.
Well, 86 degrees, I could understand why. Maybe he would like to wipe his face, get the sweat out of his eyes.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Misses low for ball 4, and Blake will draw the walk to load the bases for South Sevier. Red moves to third, Brindley moves to second, and Cannon Barney will come to the plate with 1 out and the bases full.
Unofficially, that's the 7th walk that I have him down for, so now I give you something to check out there.
A little nugget.
Yeah.
Bases juiced for Barney. He stands in on the right side. Swap works out of the stretch. First pitch. On the inside edge, strike 1. Barney's 0 for 3 in the game. Did have a walk and scored the first run of the game for South Sevier in the first inning.
Well, and he's got a similar situation to Freeman. Loaded bases. You want to try to get that fly ball.
Ground ball back of the middle, off the glove of Swap, picked up by Glover, drops it, and everybody is safe. As Glover was hoping to still turn 2 off the tip ball, he didn't quite corral it, and it's now 11-7 South Sevier with the bases still loaded and 1 out.
So which Glover is the error on? I couldn't tell. Was that?
It would have been on Kale.
Because they gave him the second error.
Yeah, those are tough ones too, off the tip glove of Swap on the mound.
Well, and you know what he was thinking, and the reason that happened is he's thinking, field it, step on the bag, go to first, end this inning, and he never got the ball picked up. So that kind of goes back to the old John Wooden quote: "Be quick, but don't hurry." And a little bit too big a hurry right there doesn't get the out.
11-7 South Sevier. 9th batter of the inning is Peyton Ingram with the bases loaded and 1 out. First pitch from Swap. Swung on, line drive into right center field, down for a hit. That's going to score 2. Barney's on his way to third. He's being sent home. The throw is into the infield. Glover looks for home and not in time. A bases clearing 3-run double for Peyton Ingram, and it's now a 14-7 South Sevier lead here in the 6th.
Well, when you start off with back-to-back walks to this lineup, it's a recipe for disaster, and so far that's what Kanab's feeling here in the top of the 6th.
So 14-7.
1 on and still just 1 out as the 10th batter of the inning comes to the plate. Second time today that South Sevier, second time in this game, South Sevier has brought 10 batters to the plate. Biggs Northrup in on the right side. Swap steps off the mound to look Ingram back to the bag at second. The Swap comes set from the stretch. First pitch to Northrup. Misses in for ball 1. Northrup led the inning off with the base on balls. Came around to score on the RBI hit by Cameron Hesse. 1-0. That one's on the outside edge for a called strike 1 and a 1-1 count.
Well, Biggs Northrup. We saw him yesterday do it on the mound and at the plate. So far, he's done it in center field and at the plate again today.
1-1. Breaking ball misses in for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, first base is open, but you can't give up any more walks either.
Now Swap steps off the mound. Ingram at second for South Sevier with 1 out in the inning. 7 runs across. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Caught the outside edge. Strike 2 and a 2-2 count. 2 Biggs Northrup.
Northrup scoops up on the plate. Up towards the pitcher a little bit in the box.
3-1. Swung on. Ground ball to the right side. And it's going to be knocked down by Glover, but he doesn't have a play at first as Northrup reaches safely.
That's one of those where he's trying to help hold the runner on at second base with the right-handed batter. That ball's hit towards the 4-3 hole, and he's trying to get around it to field it in front. Sometimes you just got to go field it on the side.
They do roll out the 3rd error. So South Sevier had 6 errors in the game. Coming into this inning, Kanab had 0. 3 in the inning now on Kanab. And Kenyon Okerlund comes up with runners on the corners and still just one out.
Yeah, now I got to keep track of 2 columns here.
Well, and if Ingram can come in and score, then that means everybody 1 through 9 has scored this inning except for Riker Freeman.
Okerlund fouls that one back.
He did get the RBI in this inning, but
he did get the RBI, just not the run scored. But we'll see if Freeman, or not Freeman, but Ingram can come in and score. Still one out here.
0-1 count to Okerlund. Going to fake to third, come back to first. Northrup just heads to second and slides in safely. Biggs Northrup still second base.
Got a little wave dance he's got going out there.
Yeah, he knew that the pickoff move was coming after he'd already taken off and just decided he was going to try to beat it. And he does.
Well, the success rate's probably about the same.
Yeah.
If you're going to average them out.
2 in scoring position. The 0-1 swung on. High pop-up will stay in the infield. Verosco at third, shielding the sun, calls for it, and makes the play. Good fundamental catch from Brogan Verosco for out number 2.
Yeah, it was, and right from the get-go, he had that glove up there, like you said, Robert, blocking the sun. He called everybody off. They stayed out of his way. Nice out.
That brings Cameron Hesse to the plate now for South Sevier. He delivered an RBI single earlier this inning. Came around to score. First pitch, swung on, high fly ball to the right side.
Trouble.
Glover moves over at second base, and he'll make the play for out number 3, a P4 for Hesse for the third out of the inning. But South Sevier has doubled their score as they get 7 runs in the inning. They do so on just 3 hits in the inning, 3 errors committed by Kanab, and 2 runners left on base through 5.5 innings of play. It is South Sevier 14, Kanab 7 in the 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on Team Hive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
Back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with South Sevier leading Kanab 14-7. First pitch swinging is Cannon Verosco. Flies one to left field. Cannon Barney drifts back and makes the play for out number 1, and F7 for Verosco for the first out of the inning, as Kanab will bring the 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate. Verosco followed by Walker Baird, then Cooper Anderson. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Brogan Verosco. Stockton Roberts still on the mound for South Sevier.
Cannon out there talking to Biggs about the sun bothering him that trip.
And he was he was moving like it was not easy to get to figure out where that ball was going to go.
Sun, high sky.
First pitch to Baird, misses out for ball 1.
Well, Roberts at 92 pitches now, looking pretty good. More than likely, like to get these next 2 guys and then be able to go out there and finish it in the 7th.
Next one misses low, though, for ball 2, so a 2-0 hitters count to Baird, who's 1 for 3 in the game. (2-0). Called strike one in the low part of the zone for the 2-1 count.
Roberts just a gamer out there, hasn't been rattled even in that 4th inning when things weren't going their way. Just continue to throw pitches and throw strikes.
Doesn't get the 2-1 curveball to go as it's high and away for ball 3 and a hitter's count now for Walker Baird. Delivery from Roberts. Called strike 2 on the fastball for the full count. So with 1 out, no on, the payoff pitch to Baird. Swung on, high pop up to the left side. Barney coming in, works his way to his right, and makes the play for out number 2, an F7 for Baird for the 2nd out of the inning.
Kenny Barney says, go ahead, keep hitting it my way. I got that shiny thing in the sky figured out.
Yep, back-to-back F7s and 2 outs here for South Sevier Kanab, down to 4 outs.
Brings Cooper Anderson to the plate. He's been swinging a hot bat all game for the Cowboys. He stands in on the right side. First pitch from Roberts. Breaking ball. Thought about it. Held off and watches ball 1 go by high. There's the 1-0. On the outside edge of the fastball for strike 1.
One count, and that puts him at 99 pitches.
1-1 pitch. Called strike 2 at the low part of the zone for the 1-2 count.
Good frame job for Peyton Ingram right there. Good quick glove. Keep that up there in the strike zone.
Roberts out of the windup. The 1-2 delivery to Anderson. Breaking ball swung on, just threw the bat out there and bloops it into right field for a base hit. Cooper Anderson, a 2-out single for Kanab.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. 3 for 4 and reached all 4 times.
9th hit I have for the Kanab Cowboys to go with their 7 runs.
We'll bring Brogan Verosco to the plate.
Jax Christiansen's the one that South Sevier had down in the bullpen earlier warming up. You'd imagine that they got to go to someone. That's probably who they're going to go to.
First pitch. On the inside edge to Verosco. Strike 1 to the fastball.
Well, Kanab down 7 runs. They're trying to see a pitch or two.
The 0-1, swung on, fly ball into right. Hesse moving in, cutting chase, makes the catch on the run for the final out of the inning. An F9 for Verosco for the 3rd out. As Kanab gets a hit, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit and no errors by South Sevier, and 1 runner left on base through 6 complete in the 2A state championship. South Sevier 14, Kanab 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there. They're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
We're back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the top of the 7th inning in the 2A state championship. what looks like might just be game one of the 2A state championship, as the South Sevier Rams have a 7-run, 14-7 lead over at Kanab. And, of course, they had a big lead last year, and Kanab found a way to come back and get it won in the 7th.
Yep, so never say never. Don't count your ducks before they hatch.
That's right. For South Sevier, they will bring the 6, 7, and 8 batters to the plate this inning with Jagger Red, Brace Brindley, and Riker Freeman. If they get in the 4th batter, that's Houston Blake. Deegan Swap on the mound for Kanab, misses high and tight to Red for ball 1. Swap comes set out of the stretch. There's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Pop to the right side. Glover giving chase behind first base, and he'll make the play for out number 1, a P4 for Red. Pop up to the second baseman for the first out of the inning.
That's kind of how he ended the inning, Swap. Pop up to 3rd, pop up to 4th. This is his first chance with a real clean inning to start. He come in that bases loaded jam. Did a nice job, but just too much trouble already had happened and too many base runners.
Brace Brindley stands on the right side looking for his first hit of the game. First pitch curveball. Flies this one into shallow right field. That'll be down for a base hit as he drops it in between Glover and Ramsey for a 1-out single for South Sevier.
A good piece of hit, and he took that curveball, went to right field with it.
Brings Riker Freeman to the plate. He's looking for his first hit of the game as well.
Did pick up that key RBI, but 0 for 3 with a walk.
First pitch from Swap. Misses up for ball 1.
You got to like an umpire, too, that doesn't call that high strike, right?
I agree.
As a hitter, you want a pitch you can go down and get and not have to sit and swing at those that are a little up in the zone.
1-0 is fouled back out of play for strike 1 and the 1-1 count. Yeah, never been a fan of the high strike. You like it as a catcher, though, Willie.
I like it as a hitter, too.
He likes any strike, right?
I just didn't like to get down 0-2.
Brindley 2 steps off the bag at first. Extends it a little bit as Swap comes set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball on the outside half. Strike 2 to Freeman.
Wade Boggs didn't mind swinging 0-2.
I had the perfect outlook when I got to the Navy and working with ordnance. Just get close, you got troubles. Where there's lead, there's danger.
1-2 count here to Freeman. He'll stare at his bat after time was called and steps back into the left side box. 1-2 pitch. Just misses. Pretty good spot from Swap for ball 2, low and away in a 2-2 count. Looks like we're starting to see a few of more of the South Sevier fans that'll be trickling in from Spanish Fork. With the softball state championship over.
If you're from San Pete, it's Spanish Fork.
Oh, I'm not from San Pete.
No.
Next pitch is fouled off to the left side for Freeman to battle and stay alive.
I'm not either. I live there.
But no one is, and he didn't say that.
Sorry, I'm talking here.
He's a Sevier County boy.
Hey, Sam, he grew up in Gunnison.
Yeah, well, but he lives in Salina now.
2-2 pitch. Misses low for ball 3 and a full count now to Riker Freeman. Counts full with 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 7th for South Sevier, leading Kanab 14-7 in this 2A state championship game 1. Swap's going to step off the mound as Freeman calls time to the plate. Freeman will stand back in. Swap sets. The payoff pitch. Swung on, hard ground ball to the right side, through the 3-4 hole for a base hit. Brindley rounds second, on his way to third. Ramsey up throwing. It's not in time. And they try to backdoor over to first, and Freeman dives back safely. So it's a single for Riker Freeman. 2 on and 1 out here in the 7th.
Good piece of hitting right there. Got a pitch he could turn on and just pounded it through that 4-3 hole. Houston Blake now coming up 0 for 2 with 2 walks.
And with runners in the corners and one out, Cannon Brosco steps out in front of home plate to give the defensive call for Kanab. Blake in on the right side, looking for his first hit. First pitch, breaking ball low for ball one. South Sevier trying to force the if game. Leads 14-7 here in the seventh. Freeman takes off on the pitch. The throw down to second is into center field, and that's going to allow a run to come in. Glover had gone in front to be there to cut it off if the runner tried to go. He stuck the glove out, Mrs. Latimer Glover, and then pulled it back at the last second. Kel Glover couldn't pick it up as a result, and into center field it goes for the run to come in for South Sevier, 15-7. Two-0 count to Blake.
Sometimes you put them plays on like that, they backfire. Sometimes they work.
Line drive into center field for a base hit from Houston Blake. Freeman will hold at third as Anderson gets it in quickly. Runners on the corners again for South Sevier as 7, 8, 9 all get their first hits of the game here in the seventh inning.
Yeah, and someone other than 5 starts to score. You know, last inning we had Jagger Red the 6th, Brindley 7, and Houston 9 score, and then right there Brindley scores again. 8 of those runs in that 3, 4, 5. You mentioned the top of the order. They've got 3 now. The bottom of the order has 3.
Yeah. First pitch to Barney. Flies this one into right center field. Moving over is Ramsey. He'll make the catch. Freeman tagging. The throw home is going to be cut off, and it's an RBI fly out for Cannon Barney to make it now 16-7 as Riker Freeman comes in to score. Two outs in the inning. Peyton Ingram comes to the plate. He is 3 for 4 in the game. He's a home run shy of the cycle.
Swinging a really good bat, isn't he? Jeez.
All weekend.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't pitch anything middle away. I'd say, hey, you're going to have to turn on every pitch. We're going to throw it right down the inside part of the plate for you.
First pitch from Swap. This is low and away, ball one. Well, that gives him the best chance to actually hit for the cycle if you pull that.
Yeah.
Tell him he's going to pull it. Of course, he does have an inside the park home run on the week that he hit to right center field. The 1-0, breaking ball. Caught the inside edge, strike one.
Grand slam, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just a laser into right center field that both the right fielder and center fielder couldn't get cut off.
1-1. Breaking ball low and away for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Peyton Ingram. With a runner on first. And 2 outs. They're in the top of the 7th, 16-7. South Sevier leads Kanab. Swap comes set from the stretch. 2-1 pitch. Another curveball swung on. Line drive into right center field. That one gets the gap. It rolls all the way to the wall. Hits the bottom of it. Ingram rounds second on his way to third. Houston Blake will come in to score on the second triple of the game for Peyton Ingram. 17-7 South Sevier. He said not to pitch him middle away. They didn't listen.
No. They're going to have to make an adjustment for game 2.
So that will bring Biggs Northrup to the plate now for South Sevier.
Yeah, Biggs been kind of quiet, huh?
3 for 4 himself.
He's going to sneak in the batter's box here.
First pitch from Swap. On the outside edge, strike one.
Boy, these last 2 innings, though, South Sevier's just, I mean, they started that way, then things kind of settled in, and then huge inning in the 6th, and just continue in the 7th here.
This one misses low for ball 1 to Northrop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still 2 outs in the inning. Runner on third here for South Sevier. They've scored 3 runs to make it a 17-7 ball game. The 1-1 from Swap. Chases the high one, pops this one to the right side. Glover calls for it at second base, behind first base, and makes the play for out number 3, a P4 for Northrop for the third out of the inning. But South Sevier adds to their lead as they get 3 runs in the inning. They do so on 4 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Kanab, and 1 runner left on base through 6.5 innings of play in the 2A state championship. It's South Sevier 17, Kanab 7 of the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
5 minutes between games.
Welcome back here to Brigham Young University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Willie Akers and Nolan Anderson as we go to the bottom of the 7th and final inning here. Last chance for Kanab. And South Sevier is close to forcing the if game here at the 2A state championship. And Brady Ramsey, though, trying to make sure it doesn't happen real soon as he turns on one and drives it down the right field line into the corner. On the first pitch he sees, Hesse has trouble picking it up, and Ramsey will stroll into third, standing up with a leadoff triple for the Cowboys.
Yeah, he's pumped. It's going to take a bunch of those, though, as South Sevier, with the 10-run lead, really done a nice job the last 2 innings. Stockton Roberts, 104 pitches. So at some point we're going to see someone else. But what they did is they increased the lead enough that you can about go to anybody to finish this game and then go all in on the next one.
8-9-1 batters this inning for Kanab. Ramsey now followed by Gubler. Hayden Gubler watches strike 1 go by. He'll be followed by Cash Kabonik. And if they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Kel Glover here for the Cowboys. 0-1 count from Roberts. Here's the pitch to Gubler. Bounces it in the dirt for ball 1.
106 pitches.
Yeah, you won't see Gubler laying one down at all right here, trying to swing his way on.
The 1-1. Called strike 2 at the top of the zone for the 1-2 count. Gubler looks down the third baseline to Coach Brinkerhoff, who nods his head and cheers him on. Roberts out of the windup. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Jagger Red backs up, just takes it with the body, steps on the bag. Run comes in, but 1 out in the inning, and the bases are now empty.
Yeah, good play right there from Red to keep it in front. Filled it, step on the bag, not worry about that runner. Just get the out.
And like I said, that's one you don't want to try to just glove. You get your whole body in front of that one.
Yeah, unless Kabonik swinging first or second pitch right here. This will probably be it for
have to be first pitch. That was 108, right?
Yep.
So Kabonik stands in on the left side. First pitch from Roberts, and he bounces it about 4 feet in front of home plate for ball 1.
So this will be it then.
Yep. Won't be able to quite go the distance, Will Roberts, but the 2 games he pitches here at the state tournament, he has been very good. Misses low and in there for ball 2. You know, you look at this and you say, well, he's given up 8 runs. Well, only 2 of those runs are earned in this game.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I like about him, obviously, he's a senior, so he doesn't get rattled. He just kept pitching. Guys have made mistakes and different things have happened throughout the game, but never once got rattled, just keeps doing his job out there. he hasn't been batting, so it's easy sometimes too just to focus on my job as the pitcher right now. You guys go get runs.
Kabonic fouls that one off after a called strike, so now it's a 2-2 count to Cash Kabonic with one out and nobody on base. 17-8 your score here in this game one of the 2A state championship. South Sevier 2 outs away from forcing the if game.
Stockton Roberts has got a 385 average, so when he does hit, he doesn't waste his time.
2-2, ground ball to the right side. Brindley moves over, bobbles it, picks it up, throw to first. Nice catch from Jagger Red to hold on to the bag and make the play for the 4-3 ground out and the second out of the inning. And for Brace Brindley, it wasn't pretty, but a big one for him to finally get.
Absolutely, and thanks to Jagger Red.
He's out there shaking his head.
Willie's talked about the defense of Jagger Red, and he's as good as there is at first base, and it showed right there. That was a big out.
Standing ovation for Stockton Roberts as Coach Baker got out of the dugout to make a change on the mound as Roberts has ran out of pitches. It'll be Jax Christiansen coming in next. We'll take the break. It's a 17-8 score here in game one of the 2A state championship. 2 outs and nobody on base for Kanab when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com. Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance in Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
The staff and management of Kane County Hospital provides professional care for you and your family. Their skilled nursing facility, medical, surgical, radiology, and laboratory personnel offer a calm and professional atmosphere while providing care for the community and visitors alike. Their 15-bed skilled nursing facility offers residents an astounding panoramic view while delivering the security and comfort of home. Healing happens here. Kane County Hospital in Kanab, supporting academics and athletics at our Kane County schools.
Heads up for the perfect solution to jumpstart your outdoor adventure. Whether you're tearing up the back roads or backcountry, driving the trails or highways of Utah, or making waves on the waterways with family or friends, it's high time you experience the unsurpassed excitement destination at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet and from Jorgensen Ford and Jorgensen Power Sports in Richfield will make sure you're properly outfitted. That's Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet from Jorgensen Ford, Jorgensen Power Sports Richfield. Thrill seekers wanted.
Back here at Brigham Young University as Jax Christiansen, the left-handed junior, takes over on the mound for South Sevier with 2 outs and nobody on base here in the 7th inning. And first batter he faces is Kel Glover. Misses low for ball 1.
Comes in with an 0.00 ERA and 6 1/3 innings of works, 9 strikeouts, 3 base on balls.
1-0 on the outside edge for a called strike one and a 1-1 count.
You know, if you're Jax Christiansen, you got to feel good about the lead you've got, and job's out there to go get 1 out.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 to Glover and a 1-2 count. Well, Christiansen was big on Thursday when he came on to try to stop the bleeding after San Juan put up 5 runs in an inning against South Sevier.
Yeah, and I was impressed with him last year. He's kind of a dark horse that South Sevier's got.
1-2, misses low and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You had to groan from the crowd that's on its feet here on the South Sevier side.
Yep. Well, they'll get that clap chant going now. 2 strikes, 2 outs here.
Nobody on base. The 2-2 pitch from Christiansen to Glover. Misses outside for ball 3 and a full count. Glover back in on the right side as Christiansen steps on the mound. Working from the stretch. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses up for ball 4, and Glover will draw the 2-out base on balls to head to first. Kenyon Okerlund over to just settle Christiansen down.
And nothing hurt at all. Actually, maybe helps you a little bit. Now you can flip it to second or first. Don't need to throw across the diamond.
Yeah. So Latimer Glover in on the right side. First pitch misses up for ball one.
Well, it hadn't been a pitiful day at bat for Kanab either. 10 hits, only 2 strikeouts.
Next pitch.
The one thing it might
Just a
be
bit low ball, too.
is you might be playing a little strategy, though. Get up there and see as many pitches as you can, because that's less pitches he can throw the next game.
Yeah, true. Here's the 2-0. Swung on. That's fouled back out of play for strike one and a 2-1 count now to Glover.
I think half of us here in the stands, including me in the booth, we were catching that one right here. See everybody's hands go up.
Not me. I'm just going to sit here, watch baseball.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two to Latimer Glover.
Hey, Glover had a tough day at the plate. Struck out last time, looking still for his first hit.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kel Glover takes off. 2-2 pitches fouled off to the right side out of play.
Yeah, and they're just giving him the base, which now if you're an infielder, anything hit, I'm just throwing across the diamond. Don't worry about the runner.
As Jansen sets. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, blooped up the middle. Brindley at second, fields it, the throw to first, in time for the 4-3 ground out. And South Sevier will force the if game here at the 2A state baseball tournament with the championship game coming up next. We'll take a break here and come back with our post-game show as South Sevier beats Kanab 17-8 in game one of this 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom at Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.